Thank you for joining us today for our presentation, PeopleSoft and Oracle Cloud Transformation. And we're going to talk today about our Evosys Glide program for moving your on-premise applications to the cloud. Next slide. Just as a way of introduction, hello, my name is Jeff Edmonius. I am Evosys Vice President for our vertical markets here in North America. Have a little over 20 years with Oracle products in ERP, EPM, HCM, CX, and also campus solutions. Worked with quite a few customers in those areas over that time. Also today, joining me on the presentation will be Snehal Chanara. Dr. Chanara is our customer success leader and really a spearhead for our implementation of the Oracle Cloud. Next. All right, our agenda today. So we'll do a really brief introduction to Evosys and our role here in the Oracle market. We'll also talk a bit about making the case for moving to the Oracle Cloud applications from your on-premise. And then finally, we're going to get into a bit more detail about the Glide program and how we actually make that migration from your on-premise apps to the cloud. And once again, if you have questions, go ahead and click the icon in your toolbar and submit them. All right, a little bit about Evosys, and we're just going to go through this briefly. I'm not sure how many of you folks are familiar with Evosys, but we're actually one of the more prolific Oracle applications implementation partners out there that you may or may not have heard of. We've actually implemented with more than 1,000 Oracle Cloud customers, and we've got roughly 1,500 consultants that are able to deliver those products. We cut across all of the primary Oracle Cloud pillars and can support all of those applications. And that's both through implementation, our day 2 managed support, as well as technology. We also cover quite a good bit of ground from an industry expertise standpoint. Public sector and higher education is a special area, healthcare, hospitality, professional services, banking, manufacturing, retail. So a lot of ground we've covered. And in those market areas, we've actually have developed and delivered a number of industry-specific applications. One thing we're also very proud of is our recognition from Oracle as a partner. We were recognized as the Oracle Global ERP Partner of the Year in 2017 and HCM Partner of the Year in 2019. So we're really pleased with that recognition that we received. We've implemented roughly over 100 Evosys Glide implementations of moving our customers from on-premise to cloud. And probably in the last year, close to 20 new partners, our new customers have come onto that program. Next slide. You know, one other thing I know out in the market, a lot of you folks are very comfortable looking at some of the industry experts on cloud applications, and Gartner in particular. You know, not only are they recognizing the Oracle Cloud applications for financial suite, planning and analysis, or EPM, and HCM, but they've also recognized Evosys as a cloud applications implementation partner. You know, given the thousands of partners out there, we're really pleased with that recognition as well. And we were, in fact, really excited about being ranked #1 based on client satisfaction in our surveys. So let's talk a little bit about, you know, really the business case for moving to the cloud and why it makes sense to do that now. Now, I'm not going to try to give you a history lesson on PeopleSoft. I think most of you are very familiar with the history of PeopleSoft and the applications. You know, currently, the latest release is 9.2, and Oracle is doing a great job of supporting the application out through 2030. However, we still think there's some compelling reasons why you should look to move to the cloud now and start to make those plans in preparation. Next slide. So we really believe that cloud has started to reach a tipping point at this right now, where what we're seeing is the pace of change, whether it be to regulations, innovation, or customer expectations with what they're seeing in the market, is really starting to outpace the organization's ability to respond. And many of you may be feeling that, especially this year where we've seen a lot of change very quickly. And what we're seeing is the new normal, that change is accelerating, and the new normal is really going to be new business models that can really only be supported with new products and new technologies. So we do think now is the time to consider change. Next slide. So as we mentioned before, Oracle is very much being recognized in the industry for their cloud applications across each of the pillars. It really brings a lot of advantages to you. Time to value as far as the implementation timeframes and the ease of implementation of cloud or migration from PeopleSoft and other on-premise applications to cloud. The ability to support new revenue models and changing business models within your organization. Regardless of what industry you are in right now, you're probably seeing some changes to how you're delivering services. And also the ability to quickly support scalability and growth or change in your applications. And finally, future-proofing those applications through the ability of having a company like Oracle be able to support those applications and update them on a quarterly basis and keep them up to date, secure, and scalable. Next slide. Now, we're going to talk more about this when we get into the details of the Glide program, but really what we're talking about is, how do we move from your PeopleSoft on-premise applications over into the cloud modules? And really what we'll be looking at as we talk about Glide is really that movement of each of your functional areas from the on-premise PeopleSoft module into a corresponding module on the cloud side, from financials to cloud financials, from e-procurement to cloud self-service, from order management into cloud order management, from current PeopleSoft human resources into a broad suite of human resource capabilities in the cloud. One of the things that you'll find as you're making this migration and analysis and moving from PeopleSoft to the cloud, that in many cases, you're getting expanded functionality and capability that you did not have on premise. So you're really seeing advantages of making that move to the cloud. And then finally, the last one I'll point out for some of the folks on the call who may be in the higher education space. So the move from campus solutions now to the Oracle Student Cloud. Once again, Student Cloud has a broad base of capabilities that are being brought to the table. One thing we will see in that move or migration from campus solutions is that part of the process is probably going to be a little bit more bespoke because we're seeing some pretty specific changes and business model changes in that area. So we're going to be working very closely with you with our expertise in PeopleSoft Campus Solutions to move you into the new functionalities in Student Cloud and working very closely with Oracle to bring those capabilities to you. Next slide. So when we talk about developing the business case, and we're really talking about identifying those reasons to move as well as what the benefits are going to be for you as you make the move. Now, there are tactically several things that you can consider. If you're currently on version 9.1 of PeopleSoft and you're already looking at an upgrade, it's a really good time to re-examine that and see, well, can I migrate these functions into the cloud more effectively and quickly? Possibly use that as a way to move away from maybe some customizations that you've made, which you might have to re-implement going forward anyway to get into the new version of PeopleSoft. Or you might find that you're on a hardware investment cycle. So you've been maintaining your hardware to support your applications, and now you're at a cycle where you need to update and invest funds into that infrastructure. So it's a good time to think about, well, is there a way to leverage that investment and move to the cloud? And then finally, if you're in an environment, which I think most of you organizations are, where you're supporting multiple types of solutions, moving to cloud can make you much more flexible in both being able to bring some of those solutions under one umbrella on the Oracle Cloud, as well as providing an easy way to connect to solutions in the cloud environment. So I see that in many, many clients where they're moving from a multi-vendor solution into a more uniform cloud application. And then strategically, I think this is really, where the big ideas around this are. PeopleSoft has been a great stable product for a long time. However, it is not able to take advantage of all of the cloud innovation that's available these days. Whether it's AI that's embedded into most of the cloud applications, or better analytics, or other technologies that make the cloud more advantageous. That can be hard to do with your existing on-premise application. Also, what we're finding too is, as more investment both from Oracle and elsewhere out in the market moves to the cloud, finding that support for your PeopleSoft environment gets harder and harder, gets more expensive, and those resources are just tougher to find. Cloud does bring with it better analytics and better capability of kind of tracking your business. And then finally, and I think this is really apparent this year, is that need for the agility to be able to react and move quickly. We've really found with our customers that in moving to the cloud, that they have really been able to move more easily, more quickly. They've been able to work in a remote environment much more easily than maybe they were able to do with an on-premise environment. So those are just some of the considerations, I think, when we talk about the business case for moving to the cloud. Our customers have found those to be compelling, and we also can work with you, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as we talk about Clyde, in helping you to develop that business case. Next. So I'm going to pass the ball over to Snehal Chennara to talk through our Clyde program in more detail.
Thank you so much, Jeff, and welcome everyone one more time. So, Jeff has given us a great background about why there is a need or a reason for a PeopleSoft customer to consider their cloud transformation. And what I'm going to discuss in next 20 minutes is Evosys Glide program. And we have created this program to help PeopleSoft e-business suite and SAP on-premise customer to transform on Oracle Cloud application. The Evosys Glide program is a combination of number of approaches and the tools we have created, and I'm going to describe the key tools as part of Evosys Glide program and how, as a PeopleSoft customer, you can leverage them and make your transformation journey more efficient and successful. It obviously saves your efforts, in terms of a lot of manual work to create data, build integration, so and so forth. It also brings great efficiency and quality in your transformation journey. For us, innovation such as AI, digital assistants, or chatbot, IoT is not phase two. We strongly believe, and as part of Evosys Glide program, we try and identify right use case and recommend you innovation as part of your transformation journey so that you can get maximum benefit and advantage of your cloud investment. It is obviously suitable for different situation of customer, and I will talk about it in a while. This program is proven, as Jeff have mentioned, we have used this program over 100 plus customers locally here in US and globally. They are very successful and referenceable today. So let's get into details and talk about the Glide program. So as you can see, it has 5 different stages, starting with assessment, then the Evosys Insight, the advisory or consulting services, Evosys implementation methodology to cloud, and the support services. Before we get into details and understand how a PeopleSoft customer can use this program, from where you should start, so and so forth, I want to give you a quick glimpse on the philosophy or vision behind us creating this program. Our vision is obviously for you to achieve the best value out of your cloud investment. Because this program is proven, there are a number of customers have used this program. It is not just a theoretical approach, but we have created a number of tools, so it helps you to manage the risk as part of your transformation journey. And Evosys Glide program does not end when you go live with your cloud application from PeopleSoft. We believe in you achieving the continuous benefit realization, and that is really, really important. Oracle provides you 4 updates or upgrade, if you want to call that way, in a year. So you really need a framework which helps you to take a continuous benefit out of Oracle Cloud application, and that is the fundamental value of Evosys Glide program. All right, so let's dive in. Let's talk about different customer situations. So let's say first and foremost, if you are a PeopleSoft customer, you having a huge customization on your PeopleSoft instance. Everyone is talking about cloud. You are also aware that it is a great product. It gives you a lot of benefits and advantage, but you are not sure how you want to plan your cloud journey, from where you want to start. If these are your questions, then the assessment of configuration and customization, which is the stage 1 of Evosys Glide program, is the right way for you to start or plan your cloud journey. Let's try and understand what does the assessment provides. So it's a free of cost exercise or offering by Evosys as part of the Glide program. What we have done is we have created a toolkit. It is basically a bunch of scripts. We will send you the toolkit. Once you agree to enroll for the assessment program or the stage, you will have to run the assessment tool on your PeopleSoft environment and send us the information. We do not collect any of your confidential data, so and so forth. Once you send us the information, we will create an assessment report. The assessment report would have information such as what modules you are using on PeopleSoft. We will start doing first level of assessment and start recommending what modules you should implement of Oracle Cloud application. We will not stop there. We will also start giving you little information about what are the additional features you will get per module. What is the value you are going to get once you start using cloud application. We will also do analysis about your data in terms of master data, transactional data, in terms of what is the volume, so and so forth, so that it helps you to understand or plan your transformation journey better. It helps us, Evosys, to better estimate in terms of what efforts it will take uh, and what time it will take for the cloud journey. We will also do analysis of all your custom extensions, such as the custom reports on PeopleSoft, integrations, all other custom extensions you have created. We will not just capture the count of custom extension, but we will also pull in the description, which is being stored in PeopleSoft. So it will really give you and us a great understanding about your current implementation. And remember, this is completely free of cost, no commitment from your side. We do not get on long discovery call with you. We do not even request a single call for us to deliver the assessment report, and it really brings great value from your perspective. As part of the assessment report, we will also recommend you our experience working with other PeopleSoft customer, in terms of planning your program, the transformation program, in terms of the phasing strategy, so and so forth. So this is really a valuable stage 1, where you will get a free of cost assessment report from Evosys. I'll give you some more glimpse about this report. So this is an example of general ledger, where hypothetically, let's say you are using 26 features in PeopleSoft. We will do initial analysis and we will say, okay, you are going to get 34 features in GL from cloud application, and these are the examples. So the point which we are trying to make here is we want to give you a nice and easy assessment for you. What are the specific and tangible value you are going to get out of investment which you will do on Oracle and Evosys for your cloud transformation. So that's stage one, assessment of configuration and customization. It is really easy. If you want to do this, please reach out to Jeff or me. After this call, we will send you the assessment kit, and we do not take more than 3 to 5 working days to get you the assessment report. All right. So let's talk about the second situation. So let's say again, you are a PeopleSoft customer, very strategic. Your CFO and CEO is asking you a question. Get me a business case. So if I'm going to spend, let's say, $1 million on Evosys and Oracle, what is that I'm going to get? So if you want to create a business case, then the second stage is the right way for you to start your cloud journey, which is Evosys Insight and value-based analytics. So let's understand what is the second stage all about. So as part of Evosys Insight and value-based analytics, we will get on call with customer as part of the sales cycle. We'll understand what are the strategic objectives, what are the critical challenges you want to solve by moving to Oracle Cloud application. So for an example, just for sake of our discussion, you want to improve the efficiency of financial processes. This is one of your strategic goal by moving to Oracle Cloud Financials. And then we will drill down and identify specific KPIs which can help you to ultimately accomplish your strategic objective. And so we also have a dictionary or a library of KPI. We try and be very realistic. We do not want to give you a flowery picture, but our KPIs are mostly in these 4 categories: process optimization, system adoption, information output, audit, and compliance. So we will work with you and create a business case. So this is an example. So for an example, you want to reduce your payment processing time by moving to Oracle Cloud Financial. So we will identify the KPI, and then we will baseline and benchmark them as part of the sales cycle. So for an example, in this situation, a customer using PeopleSoft Financials, they are able to pay or process 79% of their invoice or payment on time. By moving to Oracle Cloud Financials, they want to increase this number to 95%. So we will create this package as part of the sales cycle, agree the KPI, agree the baseline and benchmark, and deliver this package to Evosys implementation project team. Once we start the project, Evosys project manager and the solution consultant will create list of tasks. The task will be on yourself, on client, and there will be number of tasks on Evosys project team. Now this task will be created in a way, so after using Oracle Cloud application, you should be able to get improvement on the KPI, which we have agreed as part of the sales cycle. So in this case, from 79%, it should increase to 88 and then 95. Remember, if I say that, just by implementing a technology, you will be able to improve your KPI, that's a false statement. There will be a lot of things which as a customer you will also have to do, and we will help you in the journey. We will recommend best practices, we will share our experience working with other customer, and we will collaborate in a way so that ultimately you can accomplish your task also. Now this is all great, you can say everyone is talking about ROI, everyone is talking about KPI. Tell us, what is different here, why this is so unique. And I will tell you that what Evosys have done is we have created a tool using Oracle Transactional Business Intelligence. These are number of analytics and dashboard. It is about now 300 plus dashboard in the area of finance, supply chain, human capital management, so on and so forth. So we deploy this dashboard once you go live on your cloud application. Using this dashboard, you will be able to monitor the progress on your KPI, and that really makes us difference. So in this example, you will be able to monitor if you have made progress on payment processing time using Oracle Cloud Financials from 79% to 88% or not. That's what makes us unique. And we keep our skin in the game by keeping final payment milestone on accomplishment or realization of this KPI. So this tool really helps you to monitor the progress on your KPI after you go live. And you can measure the success after 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, depending upon the nature of this KPI. So this is another example, from human capital management. So we had a customer recently, and the CHRO said that I know Oracle Cloud Performance and Goal Management are fantastic product, and I'm very sure that it will help me to meet my expectation and requirement from a process perspective. But I have an issue where my employee and managers are not engaged as part of the appraisal process. Can you help me to see what employees are not engaged at what stage of the appraisal process? That is what I want to know. And what we have done is, as part of Evosys Insight, we had created an analytics where, let's say if you are a HR business partner, you can see how many tasks your employee and manager are bypassing as part of a performance appraisal process. So you can drill down from here, go and understand, talk to employee, what is the problem, is manager not engaged, you are not happy with your role, so and so forth. So the point which we are trying to make is, this analytics which we have created, we have done lot of research, we have spoken to a number of customers, and this really gives you a lot of values. And these are ready, tested, used by number of customers. So you do not really have to spend any effort and energy giving us your requirement, but we will showcase this analytics right after this call if you want to. So that's about a second stage of Evosys Glide program. Now let's keep moving. We believe that advisory or consulting is really important. So as part of our Glide program, we share a lot of best practices. We recommend number of enhancement. Be it you want to make a structural modification such as chart of account, your HR organization, you want to change your approval hierarchies. All of that would be part of the Glide program and part of our implementation journey. Also, we also bring a lot of like I said, innovation. So we have a library of chatbot or a digital assistants, which we will recommend as we progress with the implementation journey. So the advisory services is a very important aspect of Evosys Glide program. Let's keep moving. So I was referring to number of tools which we have created as part of Glide program. So this is an example. The data migration assets. This tool, so by the way, it also has a front end, meaning you can actually log into this tool and use. So you do not need any technical expertise to use this tool. What this tool does is, it will get connected to your PeopleSoft environment, extract your data, and then help you to do transformation. Now there could be multiple use case for transformation. If you want to migrate your data from PeopleSoft to cloud, you will have to do adjustment, because you can't simply migrate by extracting it from PeopleSoft, as cloud demands the different format. Or as part of the transformation program, you want to do data cleansing. Let's say I'll take a very simple example. I want to clean my job titles or my position titles as part of the transformation. So using this tool without spending a lot of time and energy on Excel spreadsheet, you can digitally transform your data. It really saves a lot of efforts and energy, both from your side and from implementation partner, in the end-to-end data preparation and migration process. Once the data is ready, this tool will migrate the data in Oracle Cloud application. And not just that, we have also created number of reconciliation reports. So we will also give you this reports or the output once the data is successfully migrated, and you can reconcile with what you have in the PeopleSoft. So using this tool or assets by Evosys, your data migration process can be really efficient. You can save a lot of time, and it can be completely error-free. Moving on, this is another example of the tools we have created as part of the Evosys Glide program. Now we use RPA, which is robotic process automation, as part of our Glide program. There are multiple use case of RPA. Why we use RPA? For configuration validation, for migrating configuration from one instance to another instance. There are a number of data objects. Let's say if you cannot migrate using Oracle API in cloud application, we again use RPA. We use RPA for the purpose of upgrade or update testing. So the point which we are trying to convey is using Evosys Glide program, you can really reduce your effort and bring a lot of efficiency and improvements as part of your cloud transformation journey, and you can focus on bringing better employee experience, bringing a lot of improvement on your processes, designing right reporting strategies, so and so forth. And you do not really have to worry about all other technical aspects, be it data, be it integration, or be it the end-to-end testing. So this is another example. Let's take one more example, and then we will see if we have any questions. So we have done number of PeopleSoft transformation. As Jeff has mentioned, we have seen our PeopleSoft customers have created number of custom reports, thousands of reports over the year. Oracle Cloud Application obviously offers lot of standard out of the box report, but let's say if you want to create a custom report, what we have done is we have created a library of all custom reports which we have developed and implemented with our other customers. So before creating a custom report, we will give access of this library to our customer. You can go and see, run the report, view the output. If you like the report, you want to do a minor modification, you can recommend to Evosys consultant, and it's done. Again, you will be able to observe that what we are trying to do is we are not trying to start things from scratch. Whatever is available, we want to use and try and bring efficiency and improvement. Now, last but not least, like I have mentioned, the philosophy or vision behind Evosys Glide program is for you to get continuous improvement even after go live. So we offer very strong manage or support services. As part of our support services, our customer have observed, where we will try and bring a lot of operational improvement and reduce our time and energy resolving the bugs and errors. We do root cause analysis. We try and do a lot of knowledge transfer to our customer to make them self-sufficient. So the philosophy behind Evosys managed services is to reduce the dollar you spend on operational support, so that you can use that dollar to bring a lot of operational efficiency. So that's how we package the support services or managed services as part of the Glide program, so that you can continuously get maximum benefit of your investment and from Oracle Cloud Application. So that's a high level summary of Evosys Glide program. As I have mentioned, the easiest way to start your cloud journey or plan your cloud journey is with assessment, which is the first stage, completely free of cost. We do not take a lot of time from your busy schedule. Reach out to us, we will send you the toolkit and get you the assessment report completely free of cost. With that, Jeff, we can take questions if there are.
Thanks, Snehal. Really appreciate that explanation. I think we have one question, and I think what they're asking is there are a number of programs out there that you hear about out in the market. What makes Evosys Glide different?
Sure, that's a great question. So I have tried and described that. We have seen number of similar program, and I will not name an organization, but mostly their approaches on PowerPoint. What we have done is we have created number of tools, such as the assessment tool, the data migration assets, report library, third-party integration library. We use robotic process automation as part of Evosys Glide. So there are a number of tools which we have created, which really helps you to fast track your transformation and bring a lot of quality and efficiency as part of your journey.
And I think one thing I would I'd emphasize on that too as well, Snehal, is in seeing a number of different methodologies throughout my experience with Oracle applications, the ability for us to bring those value-based analytics and managed support to the table to assist the customers not only through implementation, but after implementation, after deployment, to be able to adopt the applications and to be able to track that adoption, I think has been something that I just see unique and different to our offering. Next question, does the Evosys Glide program cost more?
Not at all. In fact, it will help you to reduce your investment also in terms of the implementation services. So it will actually save you the dollar.
Any other questions out there? And I don't know, maybe we can try a polling question. Of the folks out there on the line right now, how many of you have started down the path of assessing a move to the cloud? And if the answer is yes, if you want to raise your hand, then we can get an idea of just what the progress of the group is. All right, got a few out there. Well, go ahead and put your hands down, and I'm going to ask another question. In doing your evaluation and your process, are you finding the assistance and the help to do that assessment, or do you need more help? And if so, raise your hand. All right, well, thank you. Snehal, do you see any more questions?
No, Jeff.
Okay. All right. Since we don't have any more questions, we do want to thank you very much for joining us for the presentation today. I know it's a busy day, and we really appreciate you taking time out of your day to view our presentation and to learn a little bit more about Evosys Glide. Hopefully, you've seen enough to become interested and want to learn more, and we would be happy to have a more detailed discussion with you or to start an assessment. Once again, that's free of charge and really can gain you some valuable information to start down your path towards migrating to the cloud. Thank you, everyone.